Develop a fortune state of mind, state of mind. It's time for a date with, time for a date with the Dorseys.
Hello, 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 and welcome to A Date with the Dorseys. I am Dr. Jatan, and
I am Floyd Dorsey the Fourth.
hence A Date with the Dorseys.
The Date with the Dorseys.
Yeah, and we are together, dim, darn, Dorseys. Say it with me. Dim, darn, Dorseys.
All right.
That's a thing now, right?
We got to do it.
So we have another awesome episode for you today. We are bringing to you a topic that is new for us.
New for us.
And exciting to you, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully it is. I'm certain. Most topics are.
Yeah.
I haven't got any feedback to the contrary, so.
Right. It's all been good.
It's all been good.
But before we hop into that topic, just in case this is your first time tuning in, wanted to first share with you how to follow us, connect with us, and, tune in to some additional information and opportunities to work with us. And you can do that through Facebook and Instagram at Dim Darn Dorsey. Say it with me. Dim Darn Dorsey. So make sure you like, follow, and stay in tune with everything that we have going on. Also, you can email us at support@fortuneenterprise.com. And Fortune is spelled IVTUNE, enterprise.com.
What about dim? How's dim spelled? T? No?
No. That's proper. It's
okay.
dim.
Dim.
Right.
D-E-M.
Not to be confused with them. It's
right.
dim. D-E-M. Okay. Also, if this is your first time tuning in, our topics are typically on the 5 F's. And that's family, faith, fitness, finances, and fun.
Gotta have the fun.
Gotta have the fun. So today's topic is play your hand.
Oh. I can't play yours.
You can't play mine.
So I have to play my own.
And even though I'm not that good at playing cards, I'm just saying I hides my cards, so you can't play my hand. So yes, we will be talking about playing your hand today. So Mr. Dorsey, you want to open us up on that thing?
Yeah, playing your hand is certainly an interesting topic, that I certainly like and like to think about. And so growing up, most of the times, especially, playing sports and doing many different things, I had some gifts and talents in a lot of different areas. But I would often hear people say things like, man, if I had your hands, I'd cut mine off. And I know it's just cliche and way of saying things, or paying compliments to that particular person. But as you look back, it makes you think, what is really being said there? If I had your hands, I would cut mine off, right? And that's opening things up for a whole new different way of thinking and looking at situations. So saying that if I had your hands, I would cut mine off, meaning that your hand is better than mine, or I don't feel like I have a good hand. So there's two things that's going on there. One is the comparison to my hand versus someone else's hand. Mm-hmm. And then the other part is, or could be the other one, is I don't feel very good about what's in my hand. And so hence the topic today. You really have to play your hand. But before we even get into playing your hand, you have to know what's in it. You have to know what skills, what attributes, what's in you, what do you have to work with. And we all have a different hand. We're at different stages. We're all born in different situations, different backgrounds. So many different things makes our hand unique, makes it different. But the question is, what's truly in your hand?
And in order to know what's truly in your hand, that takes some inner reflection, right? And oftentimes we don't do that.
No.
Or we're afraid to do it because we're afraid of what we may find out.
That's it.
And that causes us to stay or remain blind to what it is that we actually have. And we've all, to your point, we've already been given everything we need to be great.
That's it.
But we always look outside for that thing.
For that thing.
And
right.
that reminds me of a story. I like to throw a little dabble of a story.
Let's bring it.
Okay. So just imagine, you're in the house, you lost your keys, you're looking around in the house, can't find the key. You realize it's getting dark, right? And so since it's getting dark, you happen to look outside and you see the street lights came on in the outside, right in your driveway. So you decide to go outside and you're looking around for your keys, looking in the bushes, looking in the sidewalk, on the grass, in the mailbox, everywhere you can find out there because there's light outside.
Searching high and low.
High and low, long and short, just searching. Your neighbor comes out, nosy Nancy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nosy Nancy says, "Hey, what are you looking for?"
No offense to the Nancys in the world.
Right, no offense. And she says, "What are you looking for?" You say, "Well, I lost my keys." And so she starts looking with you. And after a few minutes, she's like, "So where were you when you lost your keys?" And you said, in my house, right?
Mm.
And she asked, "Well, why are we looking outside for your keys when you lost them inside?" That's often what we do when we don't really realize what it is that we have inside. When we lose things or we feel like we are lost, we sometimes look outside when everything is within, and we're wasting the time and even getting other people involved with our rigmarole because we're not looking internally. And that's very important when it comes to playing your hand, because you have to know what's in your hand.
And what I even find even more compelling, if I could build on that story, is that oftentimes you're looking for your keys, and I know it's happened to me, and I realized the keys were already in my pocket, and I've looked all over trying to find it, and I'm holding the keys. And then, so what is the key in this situation, right?
Yeah.
The key is very much so the very thing that can ignite the vehicle to get you from where you are to where you want to be, to where you're going. It's that tool, it's that gift that if you insert it and activate it, that it will move you from where you are.
The vehicle, yes.
Right? To transport you from where you are to where you want to be. So if you activate, lock into your skills or your gift or your keys into you, your vehicle, you can then move from where you are to where you want to be.
Yeah.
But the magical thing is if you're looking outside and the key is on the inside, oh, you're in trouble.
Or if you have that key and you're trying to put it in somebody else's car.
Oh.
That's again, you're not playing the right hand.
That's not the right hand. Whose hand are you playing?
Right.
And so going back to the premises for the first point is just knowing, and I did say first points. We really don't have a bunch of different points. We can probably make it several points just in this discussion. But it is, what's in your hand, right? And you really have to know what's in your hand. And some people will say, well, I grew up in this terrible situation. Everything was bad. I don't have anything in my hand. And I will look at that and say, oh, yes, you do. You have a lot of treasures in your hand. You just probably don't realize it. You're looking at them the wrong way. You have, if you went through a whole lot, then you're still living, then you have something in you that's capable for overcoming struggle, adversity, a lot of different things that you're able to overcome, endure pain, endure suffering, so much so that there's nothing else that can stop you from continuing to move forward. Oftentimes you'll find where if someone is in that state, all they did was imagine, or you have this imagination that's been very much so developed so that even in your worst state, you have an imagination that you can imagine that can catapult you to wherever it is that you're trying to go. So in every situation, you have something in your hand, right? You just need to know what it is. And oftentimes, if your hand is so bad, what's in your hand, if it's so bad, then that's also a gift. That's a great gift. Because if it's so bad, you have every opportunity in life to drop it and let it go, right? And walk away. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Know when to walk away and know when to run. You can drop it and then go, and start building you a new hand. It's time to start new. It's time to transition from this hand that I was continuing to play, and it wasn't bringing forth any fruit in my life or anything that I was looking for. And now it's time for me to transition and get a new hand, start a new track and a new path.
And sometimes that doesn't mean just a drop of all the cards at once, right? And it's not a 52 pickup game, right?
That's it.
Sometimes it's progressive, and you have to identify whatever game it is that you're playing, what cards are the winning cards and which are not. And then from there, decide what it is that you should fold and what you should continue to play.
That's it. And you know, what's in your hand continues to be, again, knowing what's in there is very important, right? So after we've established, like, really doing an inventory of what's in your hand, now you have to know how do I play this hand? And to Dr. Jaton's point is you have that ability to change out certain cards that are not performing well. Or you have that opportunity to identify, I have a shortcoming in this particular area, right? So this card represents a shortcoming or an area that you want to develop even further. You say that you want to be X, Y, and Z, but the cards you're holding in your hand represents A, B, and C. Well, that's beautiful because now you know where you stand and now you know where you're going. So we just have to find the cards to align to where you want to go. In other words, you have this dream or this goal to open up your own business, but the cards in your hand are saying stay employed or work for someone else. Now that you've seen that and you understand the skills and understand what it takes to open a business, then you can start changing those cards out and playing those properly so that it can put you in position to achieve that goal.
Wow. That was a good one. So with not just business, but life, business, anything, any aspect of life, right? We're pretty much just saying that know your card, know your hands. I think the first step is really to know what game you're playing, right? Because that determines what cards are pertinent anyway. Right.
That's it.
So know the game. Know the game and know what it takes to win the game.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right?
That's exactly right.
And you may have to bow out of the game.
You may have to. This is not the game I should be playing right now.
Right.
With the hand that I have. I shouldn't be playing spades with a hand that's good for pity pat or something.
Well, there you go.
That's
a good one.
Right?
Yes.
I need to now transition from this particular game because I'm better aligned for something else.
So you can change the game? Or change the cards?
Change the cards.
Right.
That's it. And so what that's really saying is...
Or change you.
Change your
Three options here.
And so really what we're getting at is the changing you is to changing your mind, your inner self. Changing those cards is to change or enhance some of the skills, tools that you have at your disposal. Some of the things that you use are your gifts and talents, enhancing your own gifts and talents, right? That's changing out your cards. And then changing the game is changing that goal, that focus, or the paradigm or the situation that you're in, right? So those are the things that you certainly can change. But the first thing I'd say is first start with you.
Yeah.
It's always start with you.
It's always starting with you. That inner view, as we talked about in that analogy, looking for the keys inside where you actually lost them. Let's start there and figure out, as they say, start with the end in mind. Let's back into what it is that it takes to get out of that state of loss or confusion. So from there, I think we have pretty much driven the point home of playing your hand.
I
changed it up a little bit. It was your hand. I said your hand.
Had to bring it on home.
Had to bring it on home. So yes, make sure you employ these points in your life, sharing with someone else. If they are in a game, which we all are, a game of life, game of business, game of love, a game.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, right? Be careful to know what game it is that you're in. Know your cards and make sure that you are playing the cards right and you're familiar with yourself so that all of those three things work together.
And remember, you have to play your hand. You can't play anyone else's.
No.
And you can't wish for someone else's. You can't be hoping for, that just doesn't happen for you. So you manage because you're perfectly designed and gifted with everything you need in your hand. It may not be something that's going to jump you to your end goal right now, but it's certainly enough in your hand for you to take that very next step. And guess what? Once you take that next step,
The next one appears.
the next one appears.
Yeah.
And you take that next step, and you look out. You'll look out at some point in life and look back like, wow, I started with X, Y, and Z in my hand, and now I have the full deck. This is beautiful.
Winning. So with that, guys, we are going to call it another episode. Make sure, again, you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Dim Darn Dorseys.
What's that?
Dim Darn Dorseys. And you can email us at support@fortuneenterprise.com, IVTUNE enterprise.com. And until next time,
See you on the next one. Bye.
bye.
Develop a fortune state of mind, state of mind. It's time for a date with, time for a date with the Dorseys.